This is 17-year-old Kaylee Dutton. She was a high school student in Utah who was described by her family as the light of their lives. But late last Friday night, Kaylee's life was cut short in a horrifying act of violence. Kaylee and her friend were driving in her red pickup truck when they noticed a black Chevy Silverado chasing them. For 6 miles, the Chevy tailed Kaylee, flashing its high beams. For a while, it probably seemed like just some frightening road rage. Then, just outside Cedar City, the chase took a deadly turn. The Chevy pulled alongside Kaylee's truck, and a passenger opened fire with a .223 caliber rifle. 12 bullets ripped through the vehicle. Kaylee was hit at least once. Her truck veered off the road and crashed into a fence. The other vehicle kept driving. Her friend, who was shot in the leg, called 911, but by the time help arrived, it was too late. Kaylee was pronounced dead at the hospital. Police eventually arrested 2 men, Ethan Galloway, who fired the shots, and Michael Hess-Watucky, who was behind the wheel. Both were 23 years old at the time. According to police, the 2 were convinced, without evidence, that Kaylee was stalking them. Investigators say the men admitted to the shooting. Galloway even wrote a letter to Kaylee's parents trying to justify his actions. But the story doesn't end there. Police say 2 other men helped the suspects cover up the crime. Those men allegedly knowingly provided the gun used in the attack and even helped hide shell casings afterwards. All 4 men are now behind bars, facing a laundry list of charges, including second-degree murder and obstruction of justice. Critics say this is another example of our country's epidemic of gun violence. According to the CDC, the US has more guns per person than any country in the world. In many instances, what this means is problems that could have been solved without violence end up deadly.